What if I told you that the money you work your entire life for isn't real? Not in the way you think. What if I told you your bank balance exists only as numbers on a screen, and the dollars, dirhams, euros, or rupees you earn are created out of thin air, not by governments, not by central banks, but by something far more invisible and far more powerful? And what if I told you that this system, the system we all depend on, is designed in a way that makes debt permanent, inflation inevitable, and wealth inequality unstoppable? Today, we uncover the untold truth about money, a truth so strange, so counterintuitive, that most people live and die without ever realizing what's happening. This is the story of how money actually works, where it came from, how it evolved, how it broke, and why the system still survives. Once you understand the truth, you will never look at money the same way again. Section 1. Origins before modern finance, before credit cards and banks. We must travel back thousands of years. Most of us were taught a simple story. Humans traded goods, trade was inconvenient, so money was invented. But that story is wrong. According to anthropologists like David Graeber, early civilizations didn't exchange gold or silver. Money began as credit, trust, and social obligations. Villagers remembered who owed what to whom. Money was not a thing. It was a relationship. But as civilizations grew, economies expanded, and armies needed paying. Rulers created coins not because gold was magical, but because taxation forced people into the king's economic system. Taxes created money, not the other way around. Money wasn't invented for convenience. It was invented for control. Section 2. Rise of money in medieval Europe. Gold dominated. But economies couldn't grow fast enough with limited gold supplies. So merchants invented paper notes. People deposited gold with goldsmiths, receiving paper receipts. Goldsmiths realized people rarely collected their gold, so they issued more receipts than the gold they held. Fractional reserve banking was born. Banks discovered they could issue loans using money that didn't exist yet. Money is created when a loan is issued not from savings, but from debt. This single discovery reshaped the modern world. Debt became normal. Economies grew faster than ever. But it came with a hidden flaw. Without debt, there is no money. Section 3. Breaking point for centuries. Money was tied to gold. It created stability, but limited expansion. World War I, World War II, and massive government spending strained the gold standard. In 1944, the Bretton Woods system tied all currencies to the US dollar, and the dollar to gold. But by the 1960s, the US printed more dollars than it had gold. Countries began demanding gold in exchange for dollars. In 1971, President Nixon ended the gold standard. In one moment, money became fiat-backed, not by gold, but by government decree. Money became limitless. Inflation surged. Asset prices skyrocketed. Debt exploded. Savings lost value. Wealth inequality widened. The system didn't collapse. It transformed. Section 4. Fallout. In a fiat system, governments and banks discovered they could create infinite money as long as they created infinite debt. Every loan, every credit card swipe, every government deficit created new money. Debt became the engine of global growth. Global debt in 1971 was $1.5 trillion. Today, it is over $300 trillion. The system needs debt the way humans need oxygen. If debt stops growing, the economy crashes. Mortgage debt rises, corporate debt rises, government debt rises, not because people are irresponsible, because the system requires it. Your debt is someone else's asset. Your interest payments are someone else's income. Your struggle keeps the system alive. Section 5. Failed fixes. Governments have repeatedly tried to fix the system. Interest rate cuts, money printing, bailouts, austerity, but every solution triggers new problems. Cut rates gives more borrowing, gives more debt. Raise rates gives borrowing, collapses, gives recession. Print money gives inflation. Stop printing gives markets crash. The 2008 crisis was caused by uncontrolled credit. The 2020 crisis triggered the largest money creation in history. Inflation today is the direct result. The cycle: crisis gives money printing, gives temporary recovery, gives bigger crisis. The system survives, but never fully heals. Section 6. Modern parallels. Inflation is now permanent because governments cannot stop printing money. They cannot afford their own debt. Workers' wages rise slowly, but asset prices rise much faster. Housing has become a financial product rather than shelter. House prices in major cities grew 3 to 8 times faster than income. Young people worldwide can't afford homes. The middle class is shrinking. The top 1% captures nearly 40% of global wealth growth. Governments need growth to repay debt, but infinite growth is impossible on a finite planet. Every major empire, Roman, Ottoman, British, followed the same pattern. Currency, debasement, rising debt, inflation, collapse. Section 7. The mystery answered. So what is money? Not metal, not paper, not numbers. Money is a belief system backed by government power, banking systems, legal structures, and social trust. Money is not wealth. Money is a claim on wealth. Real wealth is land, skills, time, food, energy, innovation, productivity. Money only matters as long as people trust the system, and trust is fragile. 3 takeaways. 1. Money is created through debt. Understanding this changes how you borrow, invest, and save. 2. Inflation is designed into the system. Saving cash alone will always make you poorer over time. 3. Wealth flows to assets, not income. To escape the system, you must own something that grows faster than money loses value. Warning, we are entering a new financial era. Debt is at record highs. Inflation remains persistent. Currencies weaken. Central banks struggle for control. The system isn't collapsing today, but it is transforming. In every transition in history, there are winners and losers. Those who understand money adapt. Those who don't, get left behind. Call to action: if this changed how you see money, share it with someone who still doesn't know how the system works. Like the video, subscribe for more deep financial breakdowns, and comment which part shocked you the most. Next episode, how to escape the system and build real wealth. Stay curious.